Starting the prayer. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayesha Badreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktirbhavati Naishtiki Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalake Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupagadamayam Dadati Swapadandikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Utapatakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamcha Sri Rupam Sagarjatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parjana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpadaribhasya Kripa Sindhubhyev cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vikasa Swaminiti Namane Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Deshatarne Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Bhutair Mahatbir Yeimam Puro Vibho Nirmaya Chetaya Tamusha Purushaha Bhunte Gunan Sodasatmaka So Alankrishta Bhagavan Vachamshi Me Agila Jagat Guru Vachana Semar Alankrita Koribo Katamata Thamar Tabe Kripa Haile Mora Kata Suddha Habe Suniya Sabara Shoka Dukka Je Kuchibe. Hare Krishna. So today we will see how we can, even women can do bhakti simply. Generally, it is said that generally women are not allowed to take up sannyas or brahmacharya. But the Lord is not saying that they cannot do bhakti. There is no brahmacharya or there is no sannyas for women. But it is not the scripture that they cannot do bhakti. They can do bhakti. They have every right to go back home, back to Godhead. Okay. So only the duty, bodily duties differ. But by practicing bhakti, by practicing devotional service, women can equally attain perfection. So nice, no? So only thing is a difference is there. So today I thought I will talk about this. In fact, for women, bhakti is still simple, not so complicated. Women just have to follow the authorities. Simply, they should not have any independent thinking. Some, like these classes, for modern women, may be very difficult to understand. But if, according to Shastra, if a woman is simple in her mind, life will be very peaceful. Now, modern life is very complicated. The society is facing so many problems because totally women are loose, let loose. That's why so much complications are happening in the society. But in other way, if the woman is simple, humble, be under control, then things will go very smoothly. So here, I'm going to narrate a story about a very simple lady, but very powerful lady. How? We'll see. Okay. So this is, some people say that this is a story from Mahabharata. From childhood, I heard this story from Tamil Nadu, stating that it is wife of a very famous poet called Thiruvalluvar. He's a very great poet. Also, some people say that he is a devotee. Yeah, whatsoever, we'll see the story. There was a brahmachari who wanted to follow strict brahmacharya, and he went to forest for doing tapasya. Everybody knows tapasya means meditating, deep meditation. So he, after completing his meditation, he came to a riverside to take bath. He had only 2 sets of clothes. He kept one set on the bank of the river, and he went into the river to take bath. When he was taking bath, 2 birds, they flew over the cloth, dry cloth, and shit on that cloth. So the cloth which is dry got dirty because of the bird's shit. By seeing this, the brahmachari got really upset, very, very anger. And in that anger, he looked at those birds like this. When he looked at them, the 2 birds got burnt. His anger had the power to burn them. That was the first time he's realizing that he can burn somebody. Then he understood that he had some power. Brahmachari understood because he has done tapasya in the forest. He gained the power. In anger, if he can see somebody, they can get burnt. Oh, he was so. Now his false ego increased. Oh, I am such a great brahmachari. I can even burn someone in my anger. So, what is the lifestyle of brahmacharis? They don't earn money, they go to ask for alms, and whatever they get, they eat and they lead their life. That is real brahmacharya. Brahmachari should not have motorbike, car, bank balance, house. Nowadays, brahmacharis are having like this. Phone, sophisticated phone, all these things. He had, this particular brahmachari had only 2 clothes. And okay, then he burnt that birds out of anger. Now he is into the residential place to ask for food. So the powerful woman whose name was Vasugi, she is a very, very powerful and dedicated, chaste Dharma Patini. On the way, he came to her house, Vasugi's house. One minute. One minute. So Vasugi's Vasagi is a simple housewife. Not so complicated like modern ladies. Modern ladies are very complicated. They study so much. Nowadays, this is the trend going on. They keep on study, build up their career. But they don't know even to boil water. And in that, what they do, I have seen many ladies. They study so much and they cannot survive as a woman. So they demand that, I don't know cooking, but I can earn money. Earn money is okay, but who will feed the family? So the demand is that the men also have to cook or they buy food from outside and eat. So this is life skill. They lack life skill. They may have money, but life skill is that women should survive in any condition. They should be self-sufficient in cooking, cleaning, maintaining the house. They depend on other things for their survival. But instead, if you see a simple woman, she can cook nicely, clean the house nicely, maintain the family so nicely. So they don't have the pride also. Vasugi is a very, very good housewife. When this brahmachari went to ask for alms, he was asking Bhikshan Degi in the house outside. Vasugi was inside serving her husband. When Vasugi fetch water from the well, some other works come, she leaves it. Normally, you might have seen in the olden times, there is a circle. In that circle, a big rope is there. One side we have to pull, the other side bucket or some pot will be there. That will be put into the well and then it takes water. Then we pull it and then we can take the water like that. But if we leave the rope this side, everything will fall into the well. But whenever Vasigi, her husband calls her, then she leaves that like that. Because of her power of chastity and her dedication and devotion, the rope doesn't go into the well. That's her, power. So this time when the brahmachari came to ask for alms, she was serving her husband, prasadam. So she gave a voice that, Prabhu, please wait. I'm serving my husband. I'll come in a minute. So after serving the husband, she carried the prasadam for the brahmachari and came out. But it took some 5-10 minutes. So the brahmachari lost his patience and he was very angry and he looked at her in a very angry mood. Then this Vasugi understood and she asked, Oh brahmachari, do you think that I am the bird in the forest so that you can burn me? He got so annoyed. How come this house lady know that I burnt 2 birds in the forest? How she come to know? How she came to know this? He got really upset. And then she fed him. Then she understood his situation. She was his counselor. Then he understood, the brahmachari understood that she is not an ordinary lady. And then he wanted to learn spiritual life from her. Then she said, she suggested, it's a big story. Then she suggested him to go to another person. She also suggested him to go to his parents, take care of the parents, get married, lead a peaceful life. Then afterwards asked him to retire from family life. That's what the guidance, it is a big story. The here the main point in this story is that Vasigi didn't perform any meditation in the forest. Our meditation is family life. Our meditation is service. Our meditation is how greatly she serves the family, take care of her husband, take care of the children, and simultaneously dedicate our life in the spiritual life, in meditation of the Lord. See, women can do all these things inside the house. No need to go to forest, no need to wear saffron, no need to do any kind of yogas and other things. They can simply meditate, they can focus on their service, remain simple. That is very, very important for women. If the woman is not very simple, then the complications come. The modern women are not simple. That's why so much complications came into the society. So much complication came into the society because women thought that I want to be independent. But Shastra never says that you cannot do bhakti. You can do. So now we will see one Bhagavad Gita verse which says that women can also do bhakti. I have a okay. This is that verse. Bhagavad Gita chapter 9, verse 32. Mam hi partha vipashritya ye api suya papayonaya striyo vaishyas tata shudras te api yanti param gatim. Mam hi partha vipashritya ye api suya papayonaya striyo vaishyas tata shudras te api yanti param gatim. Mam of me, certainly, Partha, O son of Pritha. Vipashritya, particularly taking shelter. Those who, api, also. Suya or Papayonaya, born of a lower family. Striya, women. Vaishyaha, mercantile people. Tata also. Shudraha, low class men. Te api, even they. Yanti go, param to the supreme gatim destination. O son of Pritha, those who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth, women, Vaishyas, merchants, and Shudras workers, can attain the supreme destination. It is clearly here, but it is clearly declared here by the Supreme Lord that in devotional service there is no distinction between the lower and higher classes of people. In the material conception of life, there are such divisions. But for a person engaged in transcendental devotional service to the Lord, there are not. Everyone is eligible for supreme destination. In the Srimad Bhagavatam 2.4.18, it is said that even the lowest, who are called Chandalas, dog eaters, can be purified by the association with a pure devotee. Therefore, devotional service and guidance of a pure devotee are so strong that there is no discrimination between the lower and higher class of men. Anyone can take it. The most simple man taking shelter of a pure devotee can be purified by proper guidance. According to the different modes of material nature, men are classified in the mode of goodness, Brahmanas, the mode of passion, Kshatriyas and administrators, and mixed modes of passion and ignorance, Vaishyas and merchants. And the mode of ignorance, Shudras are workers. Those lower than them are called Sandalas, and they are born in sinful families. Generally, the association of those born in sinful families is not accepted by the higher classes. But the process of devotion and service is so strong that the pure devotee of the Supreme Lord can enable people of all the lower classes to attain the highest perfection of life. This is possible only when one takes shelter of Krishna. As indicated here by the word Vyapashritya, one has to take shelter completely of Krishna, then one then one can become much greater than the great Gyanis and Yogis. That's all. Yeah. So here we see that in low-born category, women are placed in the low-born category. You see, lower birth. First is women. So when this, if some women see this, when some women see this, why women are categorized in the low-born, question arise. And also in many places, women are described as less intelligent. So some women, they get really furious when they are addressed as less intelligent. So the explanation is like this. Why women are low birth? Because as I told you in the beginning of this class, that women are not allowed to take up brahmacharya or sannyasi. And generally, they are not qualified to do Vedic studies or go to Gurukul. Their duty, according to Manu, women is a species and they have this rule that they are under father before marriage, they are under husband after marriage, they are under sons after the husband. So women are very emotional and less intelligent. Less intelligent, why they are saying less intelligent? I'm coming to that point. First, let me explain. Women are very fragile and women are designed to produce children, right? Men are not designed to produce children. That's why women should be protected always. And women, so for that protection, she need to be under somebody always. Physically, women cannot be very strong like men. Though some competition happens and some women, see, if you see some sportswomen or if you see some men in police or in military, they are almost like men only. They are not like fragile, soft, like women. They mostly, the body is women, but mostly they behave like men. Because of the social pressure, like some women transformed themselves as men. But generally, women is created as very soft and very emotional. So Prabhupada also in Bhagavad Gita and many places, he mentions that according to Shastra, women are less intelligent. How less intelligent is described? Intelligence as a different, a wide explanation, not a narrow explanation. Intelligence means people think that, oh, we also study, we also know English, we also study science, maths, and other academic education. Many times, if you see that women are toppers than men, we see that. Then one may ask how it is said in the Shastra. So here, intelligence is not academic intelligence. Intelligence as a different definition in different areas. Like, for example, women cannot make proper decision in battlefield. Women becomes emotional. Women cannot discriminate between right and wrong. Women cannot decide properly when there is a test, when there is a emotional situation. So they fall into emotions. So that's why women are not allowed in business, or women are not into fightings, army, or in other areas in previous times. But now women are there in many areas and they are losing their importance in the house. So their important service in the house got day by day, day by day, day by day. They are not performing well in that area. If you see that, as I was describing in the beginning itself, I have seen some women, They focus more on career and they don't even know how to boil water. Yes. They don't know anything about cooking. They don't know how to uh, grow children. So the most of the time they are into loans. I have seen women having loans, career loan. Then other above that they have house loan, car loan. Then their marriage is delayed. Then they are not into the stream of womanhood. So this is how the society is taking. And so, but the nature of women is different. And this nature is not going to change in any advancement, in any modern advancement. Women is going to be a woman always. Some scientists, they may do some scientific experiment and make the men pregnant. Is it possible? It's not possible. They may do something here and there, but it cannot be practical. So women are designed to produce children, and for that they're different. Their lifestyle should be different, and they are provided with such facilities where they go ahead with their lives. Okay. So this, when we consider the point less intelligent comes, I was thinking about the pastime of Mother Sati. It's a very beautiful pastime. Even the goddess, who is the in charge of this whole universe, can make mistakes. So here we can understand, you may be the in charge of this universe, but still if you are a woman, you are bound to be less intelligent if you don't listen to your authority, your husband. Now here is the pastime, very beautiful pastime. I relish this. If you study Bhagavatam, very nicely it is explained how Mother Sati proved this womanly quality by herself. So here is the story. We know that Daksha was an ardent devotee of Lord Vishnu. He is one of the progenitors. Progenitors means in the universe, the progenitors are the one who can produce the population. So Prajapati had many daughters. One daughter was Sati. Sati is incarnation of Mother Parvati. Then Sati became Parvati, next life. Sati was not even attained puberty when she got married to Lord Shiva. Daksha didn't like Lord Shiva because he didn't understand that Lord Shiva is an exalted devotee. Lord Shiva is one of the Mahajans, and he is the most powerful demigod. He is the very, very great Vaishnava, which Daksha didn't know. He saw his simplicity. Lord Shiva lives very simple. Just one cloth, tree bark, and his hair is mated. Have no house to live. Just take the ash from the graveyard and apply. So Daksha couldn't understand the elevated position of Shiva, and he was not willing to give Sati to him. But this is the arrangement of Lord Brahma, because Sati and Shiva are eternal pair. So Daksha may try some other man for Sati, but it won't work out. So Brahma instructed Daksha to give his daughter to Lord Shiva. But off mind, Daksha gave the daughter to Shiva. But many times he didn't respect Lord Shiva. There is no respect for Lord Shiva at all. There was a big assembly where everyone were there. Lord Shiva was seated, Brahma were seated, and many exalted Rishi Munis were there. Some universal affair. We say, no, meeting, some meeting. That time Daksha appeared there. Daksha was a great devotee, so he had a bodily shining and power. So everyone except Lord Brahma is Daksha's authority. Maybe father? Yes, father. He didn't get up, and everyone else in the assembly got up and respected Daksha. Come, welcome, welcome. But Lord Shiva is son-in-law of Daksha, but he was in deep meditation of the Lord. Lord Shiva is not an ordinary person. He was into deep meditation, so he was meditating on the Lord, Sankarshan. He was always chanting the holy name of the Lord, which we all know. Sri Rama Ramedi Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Ramanama Avaranane. That's the mantra we is chanting. He always chant the holy name of Lord Ram, always in meditation. So he didn't see Daksha came to that assembly, and he didn't pay any attention to him. So Daksha got very offended, and he started scolding, abusing Lord Shiva. In that assembly, followers of Lord Shiva were there. And immediately they got up, and then they were abusing Daksha. And Daksha's party also had some followers. Daksha had followers. They abused. So a big fight happened. When the big fight happened, Lord Shiva saw that, and he tried to pacify his followers, not to speak anything in the assembly. They didn't listen. So the fighting was going on. So Lord Shiva simply left that place, not to increase the fight again. So then the verbal fight stopped there, because Lord Shiva left, then no point, right? So everyone kept quiet, and something happened. So from this day onwards, Daksha avoided Lord Shiva. To show his pride, he organized a big, huge sacrifice. Daksha Yagya, we can see. So he invited all the demigods, everyone. So he was doing that with very pomp and show. So Lord Shiva was peaceful, and he was meditating in Kailash with Sati. Sati could see the whole universe is, jubilant. All the demigods' wives were decorated very nicely in very expensive clothes, and they are flying in the airplane. So she came to know that her father is going to conduct a big sacrifice. For that, all these demigods are going. 1 minute. But as women are very attracted to all fancy things, right? Stree means expansion. Stree means expansion. That's why Stree expands into house, clothing, utensils, household things, saris, jewelries, children. So Stree means expansion. As Stree, women are mostly attracted to material things. Here, Mother Sati exhibited such qualities of a woman, and she was so attracted to the demigods who were going to attend her father's function. And she wanted to go there with Lord Shiva. And so she approached Lord Shiva and asked him, Swami, we will also go there. There is a great function in my father's place. We both will go. Please come. Lord Shiva said, your father has no respect for me. So he didn't invite me. So she says, no need for relatives, no need to invite. In devotee circle, we have this, if we are devotees, If there is a kirtan going on, we need not to be invited. We just go. Devotees don't have that false ego, oh, we should get invitation. We just go. So Parvati, Sati said, no need, we are close relative. He's my father, your father-in-law. So we can go, come. Lord Shiva says, it is not like that. If somebody is very simple and they have love for me, I will definitely go without invitation. But here, your father is an enemy to me. He has so much enmity in his heart. So I'm sorry, I cannot go. She kept on persisting. See, this is the nature of women, if she wants something, she cries. No, we are not supposed to be like that, women. We should do our womanly duty, but we should not be in the womanly weakness parts. If you see some women, they fight, they cry, always crying for anything, crying. But if we are pointed out with some mistakes, we should think where I am wrong, how I can rectify this, how I can come out of this. This is the devotional angle. If you are a devotee, you should be like this. Okay, I am, yes, sir, yes, boss. Now I will rectify myself. I will improve myself. Where I am wrong, I will improve this is the devotional mood. Like Vasugi, if you see Vasugi, she was so elevated, But if we are like very adamant, oh, no, some ladies, they go quite often to parents' house. Now and then in parents' house only. They don't have any affinity for the husband or husband's family. No. I want to go, I want to go, I want to go. So this Sati, it was a genuine desire, not a, because she was always with Lord Shiva and serving Lord Shiva, but once in a while for important occasion or functions, women can go to the parents' house. So her request was genuine, but the situation is different. Lord Shiva is not an arrogant person, so that he is not sending his wife to parents' house. But he knows that Daksha will not respect them. If we don't have any respect there, we should not go. He tried to explain Sati, but Sati was not in a mood to understand anything. Now she wanted to, because she was exhibiting an ordinary woman. Though mother is the mother of whole universe, she is in charge of this whole universe. She is Maya Devi. But here she is taking the role of an ordinary woman who wants to go to the parents' house. Right? But the point is, inside she had an idea that she wanted to rectify this Daksha, who is offending Lord Shiva, who is a very exalted devotee. Then she was asking husband, Lord Shiva says, I will not come. If you want to go, you go. Here is the point that we all should learn. If we have an authority, maybe it is father or husband or your counselor or your guide, they say something, we should follow. Especially when husband say no to some things, we should follow. We should keep quiet. Because he is the authority of the house. He is representative of the house. So we should follow. Not following will have a different effect. Now we are going to see. Sati's authority is Lord Shiva. She should follow him. Though the desire to go to mother's house, the desire to see parents and sisters and relatives is there, but the situation is different, where her husband is not respected. There the wife should never go. But they may be her parents also. So here the point was that Sati was adamant in going there. Lord Shiva said, if you want to go, you go. Without my permission. Note the point. Without my permission. And he knew what is going to happen. He also said her that this is not going to be very good for you. Don't go, please. Many times we also make such mistakes. Despite elders say, no, don't do this, we do, and then we face the consequences. Sati didn't listen. Shiva know what is going to happen there. Sati went, okay, I'm going. When she went with anger, she had an anger with Lord Shiva because Lord Shiva is not listening to her. So she had an anger. She went saying, okay, I'm going. But the followers of Lord Shiva thought, no, our Maharani is going. So we should support her, escort her. So they all followed with a nice canopy and then nice carrier, all these things. She went there. It's beautifully narrated in Bhagavatam. Please read if you want to relish this story. She went to that arena where Daksha was performing the sacrifice, very pomp and show. Her mother was the one who wanted to invite her, but out of fear for her husband, she was like, come, like that. That was not fully exhibited. Sisters were there, other people were there, other people didn't also, they were scared. Because Sati has the designation that she is Mrs. Shiva. So she went there and she looked at Daksha, that she know that Daksha, whether he is inviting her or not, that was her thing to know. Daksha didn't bother about her. He was busy in engaged in that sacrifice. He ignored her. Sati was very furious. And she asked Daksha, how dare you can ignore my husband? Then Daksha says, no, your husband he started abusing Lord Shiva and degrading both of them. Then the fight went up. Then Sati could have killed Daksha. Sati had the power to kill Daksha. But she thought he is in this situation, Sati is daughter of Daksha. So she didn't want to kill him. And she said, I want to leave this body given by you. So she sat on meditation and burnt herself. After this is like, after this, a big fight happens. Then Shiva's party came there. Shiva got furious because Sati left her body. Then he sent a Virabhadra, who is a very ferocious demon, came, and Virabhadra came there and cut off Daksha's head. Later, Daksha got goat's head. And then Daksha, then he prayed to Lord Shiva, asked for forgiveness. So the story goes like that. But Sati then she took another incarnation to become Lord Shiva's consort. So here, Prabhupada gave a big purport about how a woman should be, all these things. So Sati, the main point here is Sati didn't listen to Lord Shiva. Here another important point is that women is less intelligent. Women cannot decide in situations of difficulties. That's why they should be under somebody always. They are emotional. They cannot make proper decisions in administration or in battlefield or in other business or such things. Women can be good in household chores. Women can be intelligent in becoming a devotee. As I said in the beginning of this class, that women can develop devotional qualities and she can attain perfection. But there is a difference. That's why the Shastra is saying women are less intelligent. Even the greatest mother of this universe can make mistakes. She can make mistake if she is not under authority. So the lesson we learn is that we should always be under authority. At times it looks like why we should make our own decision, that our own decision leads us to lot of calamities, leads us to mistakes after mistakes. I have seen many such women in my life and they suffer for that. But being intelligent is this way, following the authorities. The following authority is there also for women also. Arjuna was a powerful warrior. He can be independent, but he followed Krishna, who is his authority, right? Men also, they should follow the authority. For women, it is even more that they should follow our authority. So authorities are there. For men, guru is there. For women, husband is the first guru. Before marriage, father and mother are the guru. After marriage, husband is the guru. So if somebody follows their guru, then their life is safe. Even some mistakes happen, then as a whole, it can be solved. People will be there. No, the family will be there. There will be support. If, for example, Sati would have gone with Lord Shiva's permission. Lord Shiva didn't permit her because he know that. He know the mentality of Daksha. But she said that he is my father. I know better than you. That is where women think, I know better than you. He is my father. But Lord Shiva, no. Daksha better than Mother Sati. So here she should be humble enough to be obedient with Lord Shiva. Many times women makes mistakes like that and face the consequences. So for us, life is very simple. For women, life is very simple. Just follow the authority of husband, chant your rounds, make prasadam, cook prasadam, offer it, eat it, and follow the regulative principles. Very simple. There is no complication. There is never in any yugas for women, there is no forest life. Forest life was also there, that along with the husband, not alone. Have you ever seen a woman doing tapasya alone? Have you ever seen? It's very rare. Very rare. Many, Devaki did tapasya along with her husband, Vasudev, to get Krishna as child. If you see any Vedic literature, any Puranas, Idihasas, there she was along with her husband. She did tapasya, not alone. There is nothing alone like that. So in that way, our life is easy. Women's life is easy and simple if we follow the instructions given in the Shastras. So we will remain simple, humble, simple with humble, throw the complications in the mind out. If we by ourselves do something, it ends up like Mother Sati's life. If we do something on my own, life is very complicated. It becomes very complicated. Rather, we surrender. Like if you take my example or people like me, I was educated lady, but I followed my parents. Whatever my parents did for me, I followed in my life. My parents were very responsible and they found a suitable man. And they said they didn't even show, I didn't see my husband. You may say that is your time, Mataji, you are old, that is your time. Now our time is different. Your time, our time, time is time, woman is women. So the parents are the authorities. They are your well-wishers and they will take enough responsibility in fixing your life, right? So I had that belief on my parents. My mother always used to tell, you see, you were modern educated. And I had the idea that, all my friends were on their own. And I was controlled by especially by my mother. My mother was very, very, very strict. And she never gave me any freedom, no freedom to even to choose any saree of mine. Everything is done by her. I had to be like that. And I was not against her wish in anything. And then after that, I had a very nice, very, very good husband. Everything went well. So many times she told me that, you see, your choice might have went wrong, but it is our choice. That's why you are nice now. You are good now. Sometimes I have seen even the parents' choice go wrong, right? Parents' choice go wrong, but the parents give their hand in supporting. Parents' support will be there until your life. So here my point is, sometimes we need to make some decisions for devotional service. That is okay. Because I have seen some girls, to protect their devotion, I have seen in my life, to protect their devotion, they have taken a different decision. But here then, you have to follow the authority of your husband or your counselor. There we have to follow them and be under the shelter. See, for women, this is under the shelter. This is the one word. Then women can be very powerful, like Vasugi. Vasugi was a very powerful woman under the shelter. At the background, the husband was there. Though the Shastras, like Mahabharat, is not saying who is Vasugi's husband, a great Rishi or Muni. Here, Vasugi's name is written in Mahabharat. I will exactly find out where it is coming in Mahabharat. In South India, we say that she is the wife of Thiruvalluvar. There is a famous person, a saint called Thiruvalluvar. But in Mahabharata, it is saying differently. I don't know. But this is there in Shastra, that Vasugi's character is there. But under the shelter, she became powerful. The brahmachari went to forest and became powerful. She didn't go to any forest. She didn't go to any forest to gain power. So the power is in two things for women: her duty, family duty, and devotion. Like in the first class itself, one girl asked, what about only family, you are saying? No, I will not say only family. Then slowly that will lead to sense gratification. I have seen some ladies, only family, eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. No, no, no. Along with that, we have to chant our 16 rounds, get up early. This is a challenge for devotee women. That's why mostly we suggest for devotee women that we should not develop any careers, because then it becomes managing three things: devotion, family, career. Some very Jambawan type of ladies, they do all the three. I have seen in places like Bombay and Pune, Chennai, or different the cities. Some Matajis, they go to work, they manage the household chores, they do devotion also. But it is very difficult. I guide my girls that, you take up only two: your family and devotion. In that, you can become very powerful. You can go back home, back to Godhead in this very lifetime. Okay, Hare Krishna. Please come up with your doubts and comments.
Pranam Mataji,
Pranam.
how can you said it's important for women to remain simple and humble. So
In following,
sometimes,
in following the instructions,
okay, yeah,
following the instruction of your father. Now you are unmarried, you should follow your instructions of your father and Gurudev.
okay. So for women who have not been devotees since when they were born, who came to Krishna consciousness at later age, how can they develop this quality of being simple and humble so that they can advance in their spiritual life?
The moment you take up Krishna consciousness, from there you can start. Whatever happened is happened. Like a woman comes in 40 years or 50 years or 60 years, then from there, from that time onwards, if you have taken Krishna consciousness seriously, the good qualities automatically follow you. You understand? Like if you have taken up this Krishna consciousness seriously, we need not develop the good qualities separately. Because we are in women's body, so definitely a Krishna conscious woman will be very chaste, very careful in covering the body properly. So all these things will develop the humility. Some people think that I can dress anywhere like I want and then chant also. That won't work out. That won't work out. Imagine if somebody is in Miss Universe, this and that kind of costume and having a bead bag. Will it work out? It won't work out. Right? If they are in modeling dress and having bead bag, doesn't work out. So automatically, if somebody is very serious in developing their devotional quality, this will come up. Any age you can take up devotion. Any age you can revive the qualities of women. There is no, like only from the age of 5 you have to develop. We are catching you young. All these girls are very young. Nobody is old here. All are before marriage or just married. All girls are young. Now that's why I'm catching you all. Okay. You are not 40, 50. You are young. From this day onwards, please don't have any independency in the mind. Throw that independent out. Depend on father, depend on husband, depend on your elders for everything. For everything. Ask them, consult them, obey them, be obedient to them. Don't go alone. Don't take independent decisions. Always be with somebody. When I went to school, when I went to college, when I went to anything, I always have my brothers, my father, or my mother, or somebody. Never alone. That is before marriage. After marriage, my husband. Never alone, mostly. Mostly. In rare occasions, I was allowed. But otherwise, I am within the shelter, shadow. So, and also in no independent decisions. I don't decide independently something. Everything should be under the consultation of the family. Now also, now at this age, recently my mother passed away. Until then, my parents, my in-laws, my elders in the family are consulted for any major decisions. We consult them. My husband consult Gurudev. So it is after consultation, we take any major decisions in our life. My husband is also not an independent person. He obeys his Gurudev. And as a collectively, I don't make any independent decisions in anything. Because I know my decisions may go wrong. Because I make decisions according to my mind's whims, not with the correct intelligence. Women's mind is like that, designed like that. Like I said, see, Mother Sati, she made a big mistake. So keep the mind aside. Keep the mind aside and just follow the elders. That's all. Then everything will be correct and perfect. Because our mind is bewildering. Our mind is designed like that. So it will take us in the emotional part. The mind will take us into the sensual part. Oh, I like this. Like women are like this. I like this color. Like this, I like this color. The decisions are not based on logic and proper understanding. A woman selects a man on the basis, oh, he's beautiful, he's handsome, like that. But parents won't be like that. Parents will see everything, good, bad, other things, everything. They will decide properly. Some parents also idiots, that I don't know in the world. But mostly devotee parents and matured people, they make right decisions. Okay? So be always under shelter. One should
Thank you, Mataji.
take shelter of spiritual master. Better after marriage along with your husband. If you are married already, try to along with your husband. Some gurus,
Hare Krishna Mataji.
yes, Chaitana.
I am sorry, Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. Mataji, I've been connected to ISKCON for 5 years and I have decided to take Diksha coming Radhashtami.
Very good.
I'm not yet married, so would you advise me to go for it or like to go after the marriage?
But if you are very sure that you will get married to devotee only,
Okay.
then you can go ahead with initiation.
Okay.
If you
Okay.
are uncertain that how your life will be, then normally my spiritual master, he doesn't give unmarried girls because he say that you get married, then you take initiation.
Okay.
But if you are very confident that you will get married to a devotee, then you can go ahead.
I have desire to do that, but it all depends on Krishna's plan. So I just
You
pray
make
and
sure
hope
that, yeah, that's what we say, that before marriage, nowadays modern ladies, they know, they talk. We will also encourage the couple to talk, not on emotional level, on an intellectual level, making the plans clear. Even if you get married in your own caste, or in your own region, and when the parents arrange, you should honestly say that I am ISKCON devotee, I follow all these things. If you don't have any problem, we can get married. Otherwise, I will not go for this, you can say.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. And mostly some spiritual masters take special efforts to see that their disciples get married to suitable devotees. That also I have seen, especially His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj as a marriage bureau. You are going to take his shelter, right? Yes, a marriage bureau. I was part of that marriage bureau. Now I came out, but still I'm there. Like, I'm in Mayapur, so they have a big team where they help devotees to find their match. because Maharaj is very particular that disciples, especially women, should get married to devotee husbands. Devotee. Because if you are sure to take initiation, should not be stopped, but make sure that you get married to devotee or one who supports the devotion. Sometimes it may also happen. You find out some person who is strong in devotion so that you both can go ahead. I saw one question here. When should, yeah, that's the thing. When should one take shelter of a spiritual master along with your husband? Or if you are very confident that after marriage, you will not have any problem with your devotional service, then you can take initiation. If you are very, very confident. I have seen one girl, because of the family pressure, she got married to a non-devotee, but she was not initiated. She was not initiated. She was a very, very, very nice girl. Devotion also, she was very good. But the whole family didn't support her devotion. But she served the family for 10 years. She chanted her rounds in bathroom secretly, praying sincerely to the Lord. Then the whole family became devotees one point after 10 years. Some had to undergo a lot of pressure, but it's always better we suggest that go for devotees. But that also sometimes I have seen sometimes fail. If you are under shelter, you see, that's the thing I'm telling you. If you are under shelter, you will get some support so that you will manage your life. Okay. Yes, Vanita.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. I heard in so many lectures, Mataji, that Guru should not be selected by one.
Guru comes.
Guru will choose you, or Guru will.
Yeah,
matlab,
you pray to, yeah. So you have to pray to the Supreme Lord that now it is time for me to take shelter of a spiritual master. Please guide me. So it will naturally happen.
Okay, okay, Mataji.
Yeah. Also, it's Guru's disciples' duty to find out who will be suitable for me. It's if you study this ISKCON disciple course, you have to study ISKCON disciple course, where many aspects are taught. It's only how you can get into a Guru. ISKCON disciple course. There is a course that nowadays it is a must for all the devotees who want to take initiation.
Yes, Mataji, we had.
You underwent that?
Yes, Mataji, we both underwent. There we heard that we cannot choose Guru. Guru will choose us, like that, something.
No, you can get inspiration from gurus and you can approach. There is a verse, no, Tatvidi Pranipatena Pariprashnena Sevaya. You can go to the guru and then you serve him and learn from him. When you, like, for example, you are in ISKCON, you come to know many gurus.
Yes, Mataji.
Then my suggestion will be serve everyone and find out who is your guru. Serve everyone. Go and serve whomever the sannyasis come to your centers, serve them, and then you will be inspired from within. Then you follow. For me, no such problem came because I saw only one guru in my life, and the day I saw him, I decided he is my guru, and he guided me. And then when I asked for initiation, you are already my disciple. And you see, he was very particular that I take initiation along with my husband.
Okay.
This part I really liked it because that time we were very young. We were just married. And
Okay.
I was free whole day, housewife, no work. My husband goes in the morning, comes in the evening. So whole day I am free. So I go to temple, do all service, be with in all programs. I was free. I could do many things. So I decided to take initiation. But my husband had no time because he was into heavy pressure. It was a production it was a this pharmaceutical company. So he was production manager and he had no time for any programs. He was super busy. Even if small mistake comes, it's a very, very big project. So he was under lots of pressure. He was a little bit hesitant to come forward. So my Gurudevs half-heartedly agreed to give me initiation. So one time the date was fixed and it got cancelled. Second time date was fixed and it got cancelled. Some other reason, somebody died. I had to travel so many. In one occasion, Guru Maharaj didn't come to that place, so no initiation. Like that, 3-4 times it got delayed. And the fourth time got delayed, I started crying. Then Guru Maharaj said, in my heart, I had the intention that you both take together. That's why it is happening. So I understood and I saw my husband. My husband said, I will take initiation. Then together we took initiation in 1997 in Narasimha Chaturdasi. So it will happen. You keep praying within your heart. You have to pray intensely, then direction will be given to you.
Yes, Mataji, okay. But Mataji, nowadays we see that we don't get a chance to serve Guru personally.
Chance will be given.
Okay.
Jyoti Sharma. Yes, I am not initiated, but want to take shelter. Yes. Jyoti can. You are inspired. No. Yeah. When
Yes, Mataji.
opportunity comes, you have to go. Like you have to go through now the system, because the Prabhupada's disciples are very, very rare and they have so many disciples. Now the system is like that. You go through some elders, go through
Yes,
your
Mataji.
counselor, you will get the opportunity. So
Yes, Mataji, we are aspiring.
so you go through your seniors, then it is easy. If you don't,
Yes,
if you
Mataji.
go directly, it may not be possible. I have seen some people, they go directly and then they don't get. This is the mood of our parampara. Dasana, 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 das. If you go through somebody, it is always go with recommendation. Then you will be easily accepted. So this is the secret also. I never went myself. I had Guru Maharaj knows me directly, and still temple president, the person who guided me in the beginning, I cannot say him as counselor. In the beginning stage, no such systems existed there. It's like 30 years before, right? So it's a very beginning. So no counselor system at all. I was serving in the temple. I was submissive, humble directly to my Guru Maharaj, along with my husband. Always along with my husband. So I had no such problems. But now you can go with the seniors. So along with them, if you go and if you have regular connection with your counselor or mentors, definitely they can take you. Whomever I guide, I take them directly to my Gurudev and then I tell them that they are such and such. Then Guru Maharaj accepts. Such system is there in every Guru, in all the, in His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj group, they have counseling system. Everywhere the mentorship is there. So you catch hold of senior devotees.
Sure, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So any other question? Okay. Thank you, girls. We will see you next week. Vancha kalpa darubhasya kripa sindhubhyavcha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.